Well, we're here at Argo Dam, just checking out the flow rate. Pretty much just a trickle, one gate open and another partially open. All this area here is normally underwater. Here's pretty much the entire flow for the mighty Huron. Probably about 30 cubic feet per second, if that, maybe a little less. All that area over there, looking up towards Allen Creek, also usually underwater. Again, just a trickle of water through. Looking down at my feet, normally this would be at least knee deep, sometimes even waist deep, where I'm standing right now. Got pretty much ankle deep water or less, looking downstream for a few hundred yards. Right now most of the flow is, the total flow is 75 CFS, but there's 60 CFS going through the Argo Cascades. At least that's what I'm told. Diverted from the mainstream of the Huron. In a minute we'll go look at the Argo Cascade and see that they're actually diverting a lot more water into there than they are into the actual river. This is Argo Dam. Really, they should be spilling at least 100 CFS of water over that dam. I can't tell for sure how much it is. Just estimating here, the USGS stream flow gauge at Ann Arbor, about a mile downstream of here, shows 75 total, and I know that 60 is going through the Cascades, so that leaves about 15 here. So maybe my earlier estimate was off. Again, we're just estimating. The pictures sort of show, I mean, this is the entire flow going down the Huron River, at least until we get to the confluence with the Cascades, which is a quarter to a half mile from here. See if I can get some better pictures looking downstream. Normally the water is all the way up to the bank, but you know, even right in the middle of the river, we pretty much have very little flow and exposed rocks. Right now I'm a little farther out in the middle of the river. This is actually normally about waist deep right here. You can see in the heaviest flow area, it's only a few inches deep. This is the entire flow of the Huron River until it reaches the confluence with the Argo Cascades. I know we have drought conditions, but they should be managing the Cascades a little better in my opinion. By contrast, now we're looking at the flow into the Argo Cascades. It looks to me like there's considerably more flow through the Cascades than water flowing through the actual river. We probably shouldn't be diverting that much water that should normally be in the mainstream of the river. It's just a rough estimate, but I would say there's about 60 CFS of water going through here, and probably a quarter of that flowing through the mainstream of the river. I like the Cascades as much as anybody. I've run my canoe through. It's a lot of fun, but shouldn't be done at the expense of the mainstream of the Huron. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. They were actually supposed to close the Cascades this morning, but looks like they haven't done so yet. It's raining right now, and maybe they're just waiting for some more rain to come to rectify the problem. I don't know, but stark contrast to looking down the Huron. You know, we're looking down to the Cascades, which is adjacent. It's a quarter to a half mile run of water that is diverted from the mainstream of the river. FERC mandates that at least 100 CFS of water spill over that dam at all times. Right now I'm sure they're not meeting that. Now we're standing off to the side of the dam and looking downstream. You can see that that's about it. That's all the water that's being spilled over the dam right now. All this area is normally, even on low flow, a couple feet deep. But right now it's, the water that isn't really moving much at all. Right there in the middle we've got a trickle. And this looks like a small creek right now. Right there, that's about all the water going into the Huron right now. Most of it's being diverted into the Argo Cascades. Okay, so right now we're looking through the woods here at the main stream of the Huron River. You can see there really isn't much flow at all. It kind of looks like a drainage ditch. I mean, keep in mind, this is the main stream of the Huron River. You can see the bank over on the far side. It's receded maybe 20 or 30 feet. Water's not really moving at all. I'm standing on top of the berm here. You can see up there, you can see how far back from the high water mark we are. Wish I had a better camera. It's hard to see through the woods here, but now we're looking upstream in the path. Nice path and everything. Looking over at the Cascades, plenty of flow through there. It's down a little bit. We are at low water conditions. You can see maybe it's down 6 inches or a foot. Looking over on the far side, you can see some exposed rocks, but there's plenty of flow there. I mean, that flow really should be. We shouldn't have that flow at the expense of a major river flowing through our city here. Looking all the way upstream, there's plenty of water going through there, plenty of flow. Looking back down the berm, that's our Huron River. No flow. Almost no flow. Again, my estimate is probably around 15 CFS. Just sort of making that estimate based on what the USGS stream flow gauge is reading today, which is 75, and the estimates of flow through the Cascade, which is 60. That leaves 15 CFS cubic feet per second of flow through the mainstream of the Huron River. Another spot upstream a little bit. I can get a better, hopefully get a little bit better video here. Here's another spot where we can sort of see through the brush. Really isn't much. We're looking, this is the mainstream of the Huron River. We're looking down at it right now. It's just pretty much no flow through there. You can sort of see the high water marks. Usually, a lot of times the water is even higher than that. Turning around, all that flow is being diverted to the Cascades. Plenty of flow in there. It's moving okay. I mean, it's down a little too, but again, pretty much no flow. Okay, this is a couple hours later. It's about 2 in the afternoon. The flow has actually gone down. The gauge actually reads 55 CFS total. You can see, those rocks over there are normally 2 or 3, usually waist deep, and right now they're totally exposed. This area where the flow is happening, keep in mind this is the main stream of the Huron River. That's all the flow that's going down the river, and it's probably ankle deep there. We're in danger of getting down to a zero flow situation actually. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. Still haven't closed the gates on the Cascades. There's still, right now it's even more difference. There's a lot more water being diverted into the Cascades than spilled over the dam into the river. Plenty of water flowing through here.